what the cow said to the farmer in a cold winter morning. Thanks for the warm hand. Animals are more than a bucket of milk and than a piece of meat on a barbecue. I truly believe that animals have some wisdom in themselves. Animals have life lessons. And I had the chance to experience these life lessons last weekend when I visited my grandmother. My grandmother lives in a small village in Mureș County. And it was a late Thursday when I arrived at her place. It was very hot, I was sweating and my back hurt because I had a big backpack. So I entered in the yard, I saw my grandmother, I kissed her on both cheeks and I felt very, very happy. Until I hear some loud noise in the back of the yard. I turned around and I was very surprised to hear that a dog was barking at me. It was for the first time when a dog was barking at me in the yard of my grandmother. So I discovered that was my grandmother's new dog. It was black, barking like crazy, it was that big, and his name was Tutu. Very funny name, but he was really aggressive. So I could not walk alone in the yard, he was always barking at me. I had to stay inside the house quite many moments. But then I tried again, and I went out, he was barking again, then going back in the house. I felt very bad, until my grandmother comes to me and she said, "Bogdan, you have to make peace with this dog and to become friends." And I said, yes, I can do it. I have a lot of social skills, I have a good smile, so I'm going to talk with my new friend. And I go there, but the dog was barking and barking, and I was moving slowly. Then I waited a few more minutes and I said, "Hi doggy, how are you? You know, I'm the nephew." And the dog was barking again, and again and again. So I had an idea. Food can be the solution. So I grab a piece of bread and some meat, and I go out and throwing little pieces of bread and meat to the dog. The dog ate them very happy and satisfied, but still he was aggressive. When I turned my back, he wanted to bite my leg. So that was the first day, and when I was in my bed, I thought that this is not going to work. I don't want to have 3 days with a dog barking all the time at myself. So I said I should change the strategy. And I remember a really nice quote from Woodrow Wilson. And this guy said that if a dog that sees your face is not coming to you, it means that you should go back home and change something in your character. And I realized that maybe my approach is not the good one. So the next morning, with more social skills in myself, I went to Tutu and I started being kind and being nice with him. I even kneeled and I talked to him. I pat him, I gave him food, and I spent my time with my dog while I was throwing food to him. And in a matter of hours, Tutu became my friend. And he became a very playful friend. So I could enjoy the rest of my weekend. And that was lesson number 1 for me. If you want to have a friend, and if you want, to change something, it's not enough only to go and be superficial and say funny things, or just give few benefits, few money to those persons and wait a total friendship for them. You should really be kind to them, and you should really kneel on them and offer your friendship. That was my lesson number 1. While I had Tutu around me, I felt more comfortable, so I could enjoy more the surroundings and the environment. And next day, my grandma comes to me and she tells me, "Bogdan, come to me, I have to show you something." We go inside in a storage, and 3 meters high on the hay, a little hen was incubating few eggs. I was really impressed. Actually, in the beginning, I was not that impressed. But I thought, oh my God, poor hen. It's wasting her time here, The hen has to wait 3 weeks until the chickens are coming to life. But then, spending more time in the yard, I noticed that this hen was going out, drinking some water, eating some grains, and then back to incubate the eggs. And there was the moment when I had lesson number 2. And I realized, wow, that's a huge thing that the hen is doing. She's not wasting 3 weeks of her life, but she's creating life. She's creating more hens, more chicken. And I thought this is a great meaning. It's not, you know, how the others are doing. They just hang around in the yard, eating, having fun, flying away. But she's investing her life in something very precious. That was my lesson number 2. That, you know, sometimes people are surrounded by so many temptations, so many unuseful things. We spend our time doing nothing, but sometimes we lose the essence and the meaning of sacrificing ourselves for a higher purpose. And I want to let you with these 2 lessons. If you want to really produce a change and have good friends around you, be really kind. Kneel in front of the people, show respect, and pet them when they need it. And also sacrifice yourselves for higher purposes. Give your wife to produce a real lasting change. So having these 2 things in mind, put them in your heart. So with these 2 things in your heart, I'm sure many people will tell you thanks for the warm hand. Thank you.